Welcome to Environmental Wellness, Shaping Spaces for Health and Harmony. What is environmental wellness? Well, it refers to the conscious relationship between an individual and their surroundings, including both the natural world and the built environments we live and work in. It emphasizes how these environments affect our health, well-being, and quality of life, and how our choices impact the health of the planet. It includes living in harmony with the earth by understanding how your habits affect the environment. It also includes creating and maintaining safe, supportive, and sustainable personal environments. Also, promoting well-being in your community and the world at large. Today, we'll be focusing mostly on your personal environments, since that is where you have the most control. Why does environmental wellness matter? Well, poor air and water quality can cause chronic illness. Environmental toxins can affect hormonal, neurological, and immune systems. Noise pollution and overcrowding increase stress and sleep disturbances. So as you can see, it matters quite a bit. One of the challenges related to the impact our environments have on our wellness is that many of the factors that influence us are subtle or circumstances that we've become so accustomed to that we don't consciously notice them anymore. I've had several people over the years claim that their chaotically cluttered offices don't bother them and that they know exactly where everything is. Studies, however, indicate otherwise. Visual clutter of any kind is a distraction, and most human brains are constantly scanning that mess, worrying about what is in each pile or what might have been forgotten. Noise is another area we tend to ignore. We live in a very noisy world with the sounds of traffic, leaf blowers, airplanes or helicopters, loud music, even garbage trucks. The list is endless. Twice in my lifetime, I was struck by just how noisy it is when everything went quiet, which happened for a few days after 9/11 and when the pandemic shutdowns occurred. But that's it. The rest of the time, there is almost constant noise, which grates on our nerves, interferes with our focus, and can cause increased tension the longer certain noises continue. Remember, a disorganized, noisy, or chaotic space can trigger anxiety, mental fatigue, and even physical tension, whereas a clean, peaceful space can promote clarity, calm, and focus. A chaotic or unsafe environment can lead to feelings of helplessness. Living and working in a calm and safe environment leads to feelings of hopefulness. So neat and organized spaces create a sense of order and control. So think of natural elements like plants, sunlight, views of nature. These can increase happiness and productivity. What are the behavioral benefits of environmental wellness? People make healthier food and exercise choices in those clean and supportive environments. And access to green spaces encourages physical activity and social interactions. And sometimes it feels difficult when we try to make changes to improve our health. So why not change your environment to support you in your efforts? There are two interconnected layers of environmental wellness. One is your personal environment. This is your immediate physical space, your home, workspace, neighborhood. And then we have the natural environment, and this refers to your connection with nature and the larger ecosystem. So ask yourself, is your personal environment clean? Is it safe, calming? Does it support your emotional, mental, and physical needs? Are there toxic materials, overwhelming clutter, or sources of stress in your environment? Do you spend time outdoors regularly? Do you have access to clean air, water, and green spaces? Are your actions, such as consumption, waste, transportation, are those contributing to sustainability? Additionally, environmental wellness intersects with other dimensions of wellness. For example, physical wellness, clean air, safe water, low toxins, and safe housing. For mental wellness, peaceful surroundings support focus and reduce overwhelm. Spiritually, nature can foster awe, connection and perspective. And socially, community environments influence safety and inclusion. The connection between nature and our well-being is pretty fascinating. In his new book, Nature and the Mind, The Science of How Nature Improves Cognitive, Physical, and Social Well-Being, Dr. Mark Berman attributes the cognitive benefits of nature to attention restoration theory, which has dominated the field of environmental neuroscience for decades. The premise of this theory is that our ability to focus is a finite resource that gets easily used up, and being in nature is an effective way to replenish it. One of the most important things about nature, according to attention restoration researchers, is that it is softly fascinating, meaning it tickles our attention in a way without being too boring or too stimulating. For example, think about watching the ocean waves roll in and out, or gazing at a field of wildflowers. Urban environments, by contrast, are more harshly fascinating and demand our vigilance in a way that depletes us. Dr. Berman posits that one reason nature has this effect on us is because of its physical properties, particularly its curved lines and fractals. And the arc of a river or a rock formation, or the repeating patterns of a snowflake, may be easier for our brains to process than the straight edges of, say, a skyscraper. He said that might give our brains a rest, and that's why we might see these benefits. So some of those mental and emotional benefits are reducing stress and anxiety. Nature exposure lowers cortisol levels and activates the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting calm. It boosts the mood. Being outdoors is linked to increased serotonin and dopamine, leading to feelings of happiness and reduced risk of depression. It improves focus and creativity. Time in nature restores mental energy and supports clearer thinking, problem solving, and innovation. And it can also decrease rumination. These natural settings help break cycles of overthinking and worry. Some of the physical benefits include lowering blood pressure and heart rate. Just 20 minutes in a green space can trigger measurable cardiovascular benefits. It strengthens the immune system. Exposure to phytoncides, which are compounds released by plants, may increase white blood cell activity. It can also encourage physical activity. Walking or light activity outdoors contributes to improved fitness and energy levels. More benefits include social and relational benefits. It can enhance connection. This time outdoors encourages social interaction and shared experiences. It also can increase empathy and pro-social behavior. Immersion in nature has been shown to make people more compassionate and cooperative. There are also spiritual and existential benefits. It can foster awe and gratitude. Natural beauty can inspire a sense of wonder and deepen meaning-making. It also can support mindfulness. Nature draws attention to the present moment through sensory experience like sight, sound, smell, and touch. Regular exposure to nature has been shown to reduce stress, improve immunity, and enhance mood. Conversely, disconnection from nature can contribute to burnout and emotional fatigue. There's a growing body of evidence-based research showing that water benefits us in ways far beyond simple hydration. This includes both blue space exposure, being near, in, or on water, and interacting with water through sound or touch. So some of those mental and emotional health benefits include reducing stress. Studies show that simply viewing or hearing water, like rivers, ocean waves, fountains, it lowers heart rate and cortisol, activating the parasympathetic rest and digest system. It also boosts mood and well-being. So research on blue spaces finds consistent links with lower levels of depression and anxiety and higher life satisfaction. Improves focus and creativity. Natural water settings support attention restoration, a process that refreshes mental focus and encourages divergent thinking. As far as physical health goes, it can promote relaxation responses. Floating, swimming, or even soaking your feet in water can reduce muscle tension and blood pressure. It can support sleep quality. The sound of water, like rain, waves, trickling streams, it helps regulate the nervous system activity, leading to better sleep onset and depth. It encourages physical activity. People are more likely to walk, bike, or engage in recreation near bodies of water compared to other environments. And then there is a spiritual and psychological well-being factor. It can induce awe and mindfulness. Water naturally draws attention. The rhythm of waves or ripples creates a calming, meditative state. And it can encourage emotional release. People often report feeling cleansed or renewed after spending time near water, which can support grief processing or emotional reset. If you don't have regular access to green spaces or various forms of water, don't despair. You can create nature wherever you live or work. So bring nature indoors. Desk plants or low-maintenance greenery is a great way to do it. So even a small succulent, air plant, or pothos can improve mood and air quality. Fresh flowers or herbs. A weekly bouquet or small potted herb plant adds color and a natural scent, and they're very low maintenance. Nature-inspired decor. Use artwork, photos, or screensavers featuring forests, beaches, or mountains to create a visual connection with nature. Optimize light and air. Maximize natural light if you can, so keep blinds open where possible or use daylight simulating bulbs to mimic natural cycles. Improve your air quality. Use small air purifiers or open windows periodically to allow fresh air in. And then try using natural scents like essential oils. Lavender, eucalyptus, citrus, these can all refresh the space and boost mental clarity. You also want to try to engage the senses. So soundscapes are a great way to do this. Play nature sounds, bird songs, rain, or ocean waves during your breaks or low-focus tasks. Textures and materials are great too, so use wooden desk items, stone coasters, or cotton fabrics to create a tactile connection to the natural world. Create micro-break rituals. So in those mindful moments, step away from your desk to stretch, breathe deeply, or do a 2-minute grounding practice. Outdoor alternative. So if you can't go outside, sit near a window, look at the sky, or watch the movement of clouds or trees. Try to promote a wellness culture. Group initiatives. So this is where you can suggest team nature breaks, where everyone steps outside or even takes a walk together once a week or even once a month. Virtual nature sharing. Have a rotating slideshow of scenic photos contributed by staff, like vacations, hikes, pets in nature. And then maybe even something like a green challenge. Start an office plant growing contest or sustainability challenge like reducing waste or upcycling items. We all have access to the ocean, but unless you're working at the beach, you may need to get creative. A desk fountain or a picture of a waterfall or sounds of rain or flowing water through an app. Don't underestimate the power of a good soak in the tub either. So what are some more strategies to enhance your personal environment? As you go about your day, spend a little extra time observing the space that you're in. Do you have a piece of furniture that no one ever uses? Do you have clothing that you haven't worn in years? Dishes you haven't used in ages? Even office supplies that you keep on hand for just in case, but never need? Donate all of it to free up space, simplify your life, and create a more calming environment. Smell is our strongest and most memorable sense. Use a diffuser or a wax melt to fill a room you use the most at home with either uplifting scents like orange or mint, or relaxing scents like lavender or vanilla. At work, consider keeping citrus on your desk. Use a couple of drops of essential oil combined with a carrier oil and rub a small amount under your nose or on your wrists. Try keeping a vase of flowers on your desk. Any type of plant provides the benefits of nature, so add a small one to your desk and consider where plants can be added throughout your personal space. Hanging plants are great if your space is tight, and some plants, like spider plants, also help clean the air. And if you can't use plants, even consider artificial plants, pictures of plants or flowers, or even wall colors in natural tones. You can also add a room divider screen at home that not only depicts nature, but that can block your view of something unpleasant, like clutter, or to carve out a private nook. A quiet environment can help us focus and relax. Consider noise-blocking earbuds or sound-dampening curtains. Utilize noise machines or apps that do the same. White noise creates steady, static-like sounds containing all audible frequencies at equal intensity, and that can drown out disturbing noises and help you sleep better. Brown noise is a deep, low-frequency broadband sound, often described as sounding like a heavy rain, or a roaring waterfall, distant thunder, or a strong wind, and it's often used to mask distracting sounds to help improve focus and relaxation and aid sleep. Pink noise provides a steady sound like gentle rainfall or rustling leaves, with a more balanced distribution of low frequencies. Green noise is a blend of mid-range frequencies that mimic sounds of nature, like a forest or a quiet waterfall. The best color noise is based on individual preference and the desired experience, so experiment to see if any of these improve your environment. You already know that we are on devices way too much and lots of sounds emit from them. Set aside a certain time each day where no devices are used. Boost the benefits of this by sitting outside without a device, simply noticing whatever nature you can see and hear. Consider making one room in your house a tech-free space. No electronics or devices of any kind. A good suggestion for your well-being could be your bedroom. Promoting well-being in our communities is about addressing physical, social, economic, and environmental factors that influence quality of life. Try to strengthen your social connections. This could be through neighborhood programs. Organize or participate in community events, block parties, and volunteer opportunities to help you build relationships. Look to support networks or even create them. You can create peer support groups for mental health, parenting, caregiving, or even crisis response. Shared spaces. Maintain parks, libraries, and community centers as safe gathering spaces. Increase access to health and wellness resources. Preventive care. Support wellness education and try to model healthy behaviors. Nutrition access. Try supporting farmers markets, community gardens, and programs addressing food insecurity. Help to create safe, healthy environments. For infrastructure, this could be something like advocating for improved lighting or sidewalks, bike lanes, and public transportation. For clean air and water, you can try advocating for reduced pollution and access to safe drinking water. For emergency preparedness, ensure that you are equipped to handle disasters and crises and encourage others in your community to do the same. This is a photo of Teresa's backyard. Now, her house, in her opinion, became somewhat unbearable during the pandemic shutdown, and she just really hated that she felt trapped. She envisioned where she would go if she could, and what kept coming to mind was a resort. So she started creating a mini resort, and she continues to tinker with it to this day. It took a lot of imagination, especially because she lives in the heart of the San Fernando Valley, which is extremely congested, noisy, and far from serene. And she was pretty limited on space. But now, anytime she just feels angry, frustrated, or sad, Just a few minutes in this space and she's completely re-regulated and experiences an immediate improvement in mood and outlook. So why does this have such a profound impact on well-being? Because it ticks off most of the boxes we've covered today. There's water, palm trees, bamboo, blue skies, and fabric that blocks her view of an unsightly alley. She's engaging all of her senses, taking a break for herself, and the colors she's used provide a sense of order and cohesion. You can spend some time visualizing what your ideal space would be, or simply ask yourself this. When you think about a time you felt most relaxed, where were you? What made that environment feel restorative? Remember, your environment can directly detract from your wellness or support and enhance it.